Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to the second half of your reading. This is the mid-month of September. If you did not get the first part, I will link it here at the end, but I'm going to give you a quick recap here so that we can go over what's going on for you for this month. And so you find yourself in this energy of choice and decision making about what it is that you want and what actions you're willing to take to drive yourself forward. You have this beautiful energy of the fertility of the Empress, and it came with the Six of Feathers or the Six of Swords, but it's a dragonfly. And so this is spiritually healing. This is moving through a transition and receiving a lot of downloads and insights, probably from Uranus, because it's assisting this energy. This is about really focusing on what is going on within you. What are your goals and your dreams? What is it that you want to manifest to carry forward? The first week of the month, you probably, with that full moon, got some great downloads and insights about what choices to take. You were definitely focused here with this Knight of Wands on moving forward. And I want to remind you of a couple of things. You have the praying mantis for your spirit totem for this month. And so this is slow moving, but this is also feminine receptive energy. So receiving, right? The opportunities to receive. The challenge is the collaboration. The challenge, I think, is collaborating with spirit, though, more than collaborating with other people. And so this is you finding your safe, healthy boundary and you connecting in with spirit in the choice and the decision making so that you can move forward in alignment. As a reminder, the overall energy is the elephant, the strength card. It says courage and stamina. This is definitely a marathon, not a sprint you're in the middle of, but you have earned your stripes, right? Your superpower to lean into. I'm going to pull another superpower card for you, but you have the King of Pentacles, which is definitely about having the courage to move forward. You are my first reading of the night. I forgot to pull up all the cards, so we're going to do that right now. Actually, as I'm recording this video, that full moon in your sign is less than an hour away. Less than 2 hours away. So where the energy of the full moon was coming through like crazy in the other reading, I expect to see it back here again. So let's just see what we get here for your rest of your cards. All right, so let's take a look at a superpower that you can really lean into to help you through the rest of this month. And then we will also look at what is some advice for you. Okay. And then the week of the 17th through the 23rd and the 24th through the 30th. Okay. Cards just keep wanting to come. Okay, so superpower to lean into, we have the Five of Acorns. So here we have the King of Crystals, right? Tiger that earns its stripes. You learn the knowledge and the wisdom. You know what you need to know. The Five of Acorns is challenging growth. Saturn is in your sign. Saturn is definitely challenging you to grow. But look, he knows. He knows where his territory is. Do not challenge you, right? And so Saturn in your sign is helping you to create healthy boundaries for yourself. And if someone tries to challenge your capabilities, if someone tries to question, that's what I mean by challenge. I feel like people are you sure you can do that? Is that something, are you, I don't know. Look, you have the card of growth right here, and you have the superpower that says you can do it. And so when people come to you and say things like, you know what I would almost recommend? don't tell anybody what you're doing, right? If you don't share your ideas out there, if you keep them to yourself, nobody can attach their negative thought process to it and make you doubt yourself. And right now, I feel like you're in this space where you are learning how to trust yourself, where you're learning to feel capable. And so maybe you protect yourself. Maybe you put yourself in a kind of an isolation bubble as far as your dreams and your goals go. I'm not saying you don't hang out with people and stuff, but you don't need to share with them the details and allow them to get in there and start planting their seeds of doubt, right? Because we have that new moon in Virgo, which is a big opportunity for you. That's earth energy, to really plant something, to really ground an idea down in order to allow it to manifest. And if you saw the last video, we talked a lot about that kite energy. Well, that kite energy is holding all the way through this, right? That kite energy is holding all the way through this. Only this time is the focal point is still on Neptune in your sign, but the energy and the gifts, they're coming from the sun conjunct the moon in Pisces. And so that is where that's coming from. And also, sun and the moon. And so that is the action, right? The sun and the moon, the receptive energy, this chariot. It's aligning both of those things. And so I almost feel like protect your space, Pisces. Protect your space. Protect your goals. Protect your dreams. Focus on what you really want. Take actions that align, but don't ask for permission. Don't ask for permission. And if there's something you really want, throw your hat in the ring. So there's a promotion at work or whatever, and one of your coworkers says, yeah, I'm going to go get that promotion. I've been here for so long and blah, blah, blah. And you think to yourself, gosh, I could really use that promotion, and I'm fully capable of doing this. You don't need to tell your coworker that you're going to go apply for it too, but you need to apply for it. You need to have the conversation with your boss. You need to think about what makes you a good candidate for that situation. So the thing about asking for a raise or a promotion, it isn't that you go to your boss and you say, I really need a raise. My family could use the money. I got to say, for the most part, they don't care. Like, especially not if you work for a larger company. They definitely don't care. But if you go and you say, so I see this position is opening up, and I think that I'm a really good candidate for this position because these are the things I've already accomplished. These are the vision I have for this position. This is how I think I can benefit the company. Now they're listening. Now they're listening. It's not about how long you've been there or who's next in line. They want to know, what are you going to do for me if I give you this job? Like, this is a lot of responsibility, and I want to know that I'm putting someone in that place that can handle it, and what are they going to do? What is your vision? And if your vision doesn't sync up with theirs and you don't get the promotion, or you don't play enough golf with the guy or whatever the hell, right? Don't let that allow you to doubt yourself or doubt your vision. Sometimes things don't sync up. And sometimes rejection is protection. But I want you to be proud of yourself for putting yourself out there, because the next time something comes up that you're interested in, wow, the apartment is so loud tonight. Hold on a second. Nobody needs to listen to that. Sorry about that. I don't miss having small children. Okay. All right. So, I forget where I was. Oh, don't let that not work out for you bother you if it doesn't, right? Because sometimes what happens is that something else comes along and they're like, oh, I know the perfect person for this. Because you already sold them on what your vision is. It just wasn't for what they were looking for that. Or you might find that that gives you the confidence to go and try it in a different place or for something different. And so just the courage, right? You have these two cards of courage. Just the courage of doing the thing, of putting your name out there, of asking for what you want. Look, the worst thing that ever happens is someone says no. But if you don't ask, you never know, right? So here the advice is to let something complete a cycle. So we had this awakening card, which pretty much made me feel like you were completing a cycle, right? It's the 20. And then after that, it's the 21, which is the world card. And so there's a cycle with that full moon that was completing. And we had the Six of Swords, the Six of Feathers, which was definitely about moving forward and healing. But here we have this transformation card. It's transformation recovery. It's the Ten of Feathers, but it's the snake shedding its skin. And so this is again that growth that is happening. And where was that growth? Oh, the bunny rabbit. So we have all this growth happening, and here we have the Page of Feathers, which is this raccoon, which says exploration and discovery. Explore your ideas, discover what is of interest to you, discover how you want to do things. And again, it's the bandit, right? It's kind of keeping itself hidden. It works in the dark. And not everybody needs to know what you're doing, right? Not everyone needs to know what you're doing. And so there is this recovery. And I do think that, don't forget, we have the card of patience here, that things are going to take a little while to come in. So this is the the Ten of Feathers for the advice. This is about allowing a cycle to complete, because next week, the week of the 17th through the 23rd, you have the Nine of Feathers. So there's a progression opportunity here to go from the 9 to the 10, right? And so this is perspective and self-empowered. It's a little porcupine. They are super gentle. They really are. But if they're frightened, if you attack them, if you come after them, they understand how to create safe, healthy boundaries for themselves, right? And so I feel like stand up for yourself. Stand up for yourself, whatever it is, whatever situation it is. Don't let anybody disempower you, and instead you empower yourself. You have the courage, the strength, and the fortitude to stand up for yourself, to stand in your own power. And then the following week, you got a whole bunch of stuff that came through. So this one is super interesting because it has this card of the Hermit. So this is contemplation and wisdom. Take some time with that full moon in Aries that happens at the end of the month to think about this whole last 28 days since your full moon in your sign. And what did you learn along the way? So take the time to consider what you have learned. It is this cute little koala bear. Take the time to sit and just think about what it is you have learned, and to distill the experiences and the knowledge gained into wisdom. Knowledge plus experience is wisdom. And that wisdom is going to serve you as you move forward. So take time to do that. So you have the Two of Shells, Union and Harmony, which is like the Two of Cups. But it came with the Page of Crystals, Ideas and Discipline. And so I think the union and the harmony is in a partnership. I think this is very much like that Chariot card. I think that the union and harmony comes with the ideas and discipline. This fox, the strategy, right? But ideas is Neptune in your sign, and discipline is Saturn in your sign. When you put those two things together, you have so much potential for growth. You've got the Empress and the Emperor on here. You've got this two times, the courage and the endurance plus commitment, right? Get yourself in alignment, align your actions with your dreams and your goals. And here, this is this union of energy. When you are sitting here and contemplate what's going on in your sign. You're going to have this expansive, limitless ideas coming in from Neptune, and these dreams and these goals that you are seeking. You've got Saturn saying, those are great. Let's build a structure around those ideas. Let's give it some scaffolding. Let's figure out how we can contain that in a way that actually provides the opportunity for growth. So sort of like when you have pea vines, right? You could just let them grow and they'll crawl across the ground, and then the peas will get into the dirt and they'll get stomped on or chewed on by different things. Really, I don't think that's right. And thank you. And then there's, you know, but if you stake them up, if you give them structure, they grow better. They aren't all entangled. Things aren't stomping all over them. Bugs aren't eating them because they're not on the ground. And you can see what you have. And so that Virgo energy that we're in right now is about structure. And Saturn in your sign is about structure. And so discipline is to show up for yourself on the daily and do what you have to do to create a structure. So if you're trying to do something new, you might have to create a new way of doing it. Like this new moon in Pisces. Okay, so you have the card of protection. So we had for the advice, and this is whatever it is that's going on, Pisces, and there's some kind of a loss, something that required healing. You had the 6 of Swords, the 9, and the 10, right? There's something. I can see that it's here in the cards. But they're saying to have hope and to readjust. And here we have the sad embrace. And so you're going to have days when you're blue. You are. But focus on the dream and the goal. And sometimes when I've been in that place, and believe me, I've been on the floor more than once in my life, the thing is that I can't fix what just happened. I can't fix how someone feels. I can't fix the loss of a job or the car that breaks down or the big financial setback. I can't fix when people turn their backs on me. I can't fix the abandonment issues. I can't do anything about what other people choose to do or when things happen that are out of my control. And we have this card of chaos. You're in the storm, right? I can't fix what's going on out there. So then I think about, but right now, what can I do? And so it's about the progress, right? It's about the progress. Okay, I can't fix any of that, but what can I do right now in this moment that makes my life better in this moment? And sometimes for me, that is, I guess I could do the laundry. That would make my life better. I would have clean clothes. Or I guess I could clear that pile of papers off the desk. Sometimes I guess I could do the dishes is the most they can manage, right? Because I don't know about you guys, but when I don't feel good, my house falls to crap, right? Sometimes it's, I guess I could go for a walk. That might make me feel better. Or I guess I could call a friend. But if I call a friend, I can't call the bitch about my life. I'm going to call and ask them what's going on in theirs. Because for a few minutes, I can escape my own life, right? And so that's kind of where you're at, right? In those moments, you're going to have to figure out, how do I get out of this thing, this place, this space? How do I get there? All right, so you have the Dragon's Lair. This is that frozen, this is this hermit energy. You are being invited into, and it's a protected. This Dragon's Lair is protected by the dragon. You are protected, right? So, when this month things get a little tough, in the middle of the month we have a new moon, our energy is always about pulling our energy in. That's what we're supposed to do with a new moon. The day before, the day of, and the day after. Don't overschedule. Give yourself the time, the space, and the grace to be with yourself. And, you know, and let's just say you get into that quart of ice cream, right? That's okay. But then go for a walk so you don't feel guilty about it, right? And balance it out. Just find a way to find the balance. So the Dragon's Lair says that there's this quiet space right now, and everything's kind of frozen in one thing. But what are you being invited to do? You have the Wizard of Awareness. The Wizard of Awareness is a lot like the shaman energy that you had back in week 1. This is about seeing things from a different perspective. Change your viewpoint. Step back. That's where the wisdom comes in, right? Step back. And just say, look, I don't know right now what the lesson is. I don't know what I was supposed to learn. but I'm certain I was supposed to learn something. And so for the lesson that I don't understand yet, I'll be grateful. Someday I'll be extremely grateful. Right now I just choose to be grateful because I'm sure that there's a good reason for this, even though I can't see it right now because I'm in the middle of it, and that's okay. But the Wizard of Awareness really says to look at the world with different eyes and recognize there are cycles to everything. There are beginnings and there are middles and there are endings, and when one thing ends, something new begins. So again, the advice is to let the cycle end, the Ten of Swords, to allow the recovery and the transformation to happen. And that is a choice, because this is swords, this is thoughts. This is something in your head that you're thinking about. You can allow those thoughts to escape on that full moon in Pisces or on that full moon in Aries, whichever one you wanted to do it in. It might take two, right? And then you have the card of education. Really love this. A really great way to distract yourself from your life is to dig into something new, learning something new. Going back to school really got me through some stuff, because then it gave me something to focus on. I had deadlines that I didn't set, projects I had to do, tests I had to take. And for those moments when I was studying, trying to learn, and look, you got the card here of exploration and discovery, right? And look, I want to show you something I just noticed. See this? Can you see it? Jeez, I hate this lighting tonight. Right here, there's an egret sitting there. He's right there, the foggy bay. Have patience. And so part of this is learning stuff along the way, but escaping into, gosh, you could take a free online, they do those free webinars for like a weekend or something. Of course, they're trying to sell you into their big program. You don't have to take the program. Just do the 3 days and let yourself get involved in something new to reset your mind in a different direction. Look, you have see the bigger picture. You have see the bigger picture. Wizard of Awareness. The shaman, wherever he went. I've lost track of cards on here. But there's this need, that's that eagle, that fly high and see things from a higher perspective. Shift your awareness from just what's happening to you to the bigger picture, to the bigger cycles of what there is. And then it's the full moon in Sagittarius, which is about that optimism, which is, again, the advice from this 5 of shells that you had. And you have speak your world into being. Write a new story. Whatever it is that you didn't like about what was going on, write a new story. Just turn the page and let today be the first day of the rest of your life. And I know, right? We've all heard that. But it's literally something you can do every day of your life. And so, yeah. And when you're not having a great day, nurture yourself, care for yourself, give yourself, the love and that you need, but try not to let it be every day. And eventually those days become fewer and farther between, right? But find something. I really feel like you need something else to focus on. But what it leads to feels like a lot of abundance. And so, throw yourself into something else. Oh my God. The amount that I love doing these readings. This is why I do it. This was one of those things I threw myself into to get through stuff. Look, you have Pegasus, inspiration, grace, and clarity. I open my heart to divine inspiration, the protection of spiritual grace. You had so many cards about that, but the first one that came out was the butterfly. And the butterfly says transformation, growth, and new cycles. That's all this month is about for you. Transformation, growth, and new cycles. I embrace the transformation that empowers me to fulfill my divine potential. Change is uncomfortable. Change is uncomfortable. It says your higher self is guiding you into the next level of your authentic expression. I really think, if you saw the first part of the reading, this card of love, the choice. This feels like love of your higher self, choice into trust. And this collaboration you're supposed to do this week, this month, is with your higher self. To trust that, and that you're being taken to a level of true and authentic self. And Saturn and Neptune are right there working with you. You and your higher self. This is beautiful energy. So you have Pegasus and a butterfly. Lots of wings to fly with there, Pisces. Lots of wings to fly with. All right, you guys, I will be back next week to look at the success reading. We're going to check out what these personal planets are moving forward, how we can really tap into that energy. I think that you will find that good for you, right? This looks like that kind of energy sliding right into it. So you guys take really good care. I'm on Facebook every day. And again, hit the notification bell when you subscribe so you know when I upload videos, and be sure to comment so you can be in the drawing for a free reading if you like it. And I'm going to clean up this mess and I'm going to go on and do the next reading. But there you go. Looks like a pretty good month if you'll let it be. All right. Talk to you soon.